Hi, I'm Jordan Lee Knape, and I'm the author of Best Body. Best Body is a book that details an eating disorder that I had when I was 13. And it's a serious topic because no matter how prevalent eating disorders in the culture is in our society, eating disorders are deadly and they're huge. You know, when I was recovering from my eating disorder, I had so many people tell me, well, I wish I had an eating disorder just for a little bit so I could get thin. Or I had people, or my mom had people take her aside and say, Jordan looks beautiful. She looks wonderful. She looks like a model. And that's just how our culture is, which is a shame because the truth is eating disorders are serious and they're deadly and they're not beautiful. For psychiatric illnesses, anorexia is the #1 cause of death. So schizophrenia, bipolar, all these huge psychiatric illnesses that we've come to understand as really serious, well, anorexia is one of them. It's incredibly deadly. And the problem is no matter how deadly it is, we still have that culture that says they're beautiful or romantic or pretty. You know, they're not. And because of this culture that we have, only 10% of people with anorexia are treated. So that's huge, and that's part of the reason why they're so deadly, is because girls aren't getting into treatment quick enough, and they get meshed with their disorder. It's harder for them to recover. I did recover, and I'm lucky and grateful, but it wasn't random luck. There are reasons why I recovered, and the book is my looking back and talking about the things that I did that really helped me that can help other girls. You know, we have experts and medical people talking about eating disorders, but we have yet to have a patient talk about eating disorders in a way that relates to girls. In a way that says, yes, this is hard, this is deadly, and it's scary, you know? And that's the truth about eating disorders. So there are 3 things, you know, there's so many things to talk about, but there are 3 things that I think are really huge to get to people. #1 is to the girls, to say that there is a possibility to recover. It's hard and it's scary and it's going to take a lot of work and probably a lot of relapses too, but you can do it. And that's an important thing to understand. #2 is that for parents, to understand that eating disorders exist, they occur, and the longer that you take to diagnose it, to understand it, the longer you take to recognize it, the harder it is going to be for this girl to recover. But on the same token, eating disorders aren't the worst thing in the world. They've got to be treated, and you got to get in the hospital for it. Really, you have to be treated. But an eating disorder is telling you lessons. It's telling the family lessons, and it's providing some lessons that the girl needs to know in order to live on. So my eating disorder, now that I've recovered, it has taught me things that have made me a more full person, made me more capable of taking things on as an adult, and not all people get that. So the sooner parents start to understand, yes, eating disorders are deadly and dangerous and you need to get into treatment, but there's something you can recognize and it's not that horrible. If you recognize it and see it for what it is and get into treatment for it, your daughter will be recovered and better for it. So that's an important topic that parents need to know because we try to push it away and hope that it doesn't exist, which doesn't work. And then the third thing is for people, for schools especially, but for people to understand the difference between an eating disorder and a diet, because we confuse the two. But the truth is they're not the same at all. An eating disorder is a psychiatric illness, and the last I heard, a diet doesn't kill anyone. So they're completely different, and confusing them hurts both ends. You know, it makes it really hard for a girl to recover because it makes people think, oh, it's a passing phase like a diet is, but that's not true. And you know, our dieting culture has problems too. So that's the 3 things that I think that my book can really help people with, and the 3 topics that I'd like to speak about this coming year. Again, my name is Jordan Knape, and the book is Best Body. It will be out in the fall. Thank you. Bye.